it's definitely been a while. I mean, obviously, because like I got a freaking bun now, but it's definitely been a while since we've done a workout video. I think the last one was full body. I'm not including the resistance bands, or I think the pull-up tutorial came after or before the resistance bands, but after the full body. But whatever the case might be, it's definitely been a while since we did like an actual workout video. Excuse me. Of course, video's gonna be unscripted, so if I seem to talk out of my rear end, I do apologize, or just draw blanks. I hope you don't mind the air conditioner playing in the background. I mean, I'll know if it's consistent when I edit the video later, but anywho, before we get into the workout and how I increased my max squat by 40 pounds, I do need to say, I hope you're supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. You're donating when possible. You're signing as many petitions as you can, spreading awareness, educating yourself, and you're protesting peacefully. If you don't support equality because of color of the skin and your ethnicity, then quite frankly, you shouldn't watch this video. You shouldn't watch any of my videos. You shouldn't like, shouldn't subscribe, because I don't want support from a person like you. So, just do everyone a favor, leave this video, that'd be great. And with that being said, let's get into the leg workout. So, what I did was, in order to increase, this is day 1 of 2. Now, typically, when you want to increase size or strength in a particular muscle group or exercise, ideally you want to work it out multiple times throughout the week. So that's what we did here. This is day 1, of course, quad and glute focus. Now, if you do want to see part 2 of it, I have no problem uploading it. Let's try to get this video to at least 30 views. That'll be great, and I'll have it uploaded and ready. And without further ado, let's actually start the video. Pretty deep into it. Okay, so what I did here, I did this for 8 to 10 weeks. I actually gotta mute this. I did it for 8 to 10 weeks. Week 0 to week 1, what I did was like a testing week. So working out at home, I didn't have enough weight for me to be able to hit a 1 rep max and do it safely, as you can probably tell where I'm unracking this from. And I'll make a video on it later. I haven't seen too many videos on how to properly squat at home, but I'll make a video on it, probably to be the next video, quite frankly. So what I did was my 5 rep max, week 0 or week 1, I did it for 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps. Now, ideally, you want to, I just moved myself over. I don't know how I did that. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to hit that high rep range. So you want to go for the 3 sets of 8, rest, and you want to rest a minute and a half between each set. Now, starting off, week 0, week 1, you're probably going to be doing, 8, 7, 6, or 8, 8 reps the first set, and then 6 reps the following 2 sets. But definitely try to hit, so we're going to pause right here. So definitely try to hit the higher rep range, because, so I'm going to speak for myself. What I did was every week I increased by 5 pounds. So week 0, week 1, that was kind of the testing week. And then next week I increased by 5 pounds. 5 pounds, it isn't much, but it's something. It's going to help you, throughout the road, down the road. It's not it's not a quick journey. It's going to be a long process. So that's what we did for 3 sets, 6 to 8 reps over 5 rep max. Each week we increased by 5 pounds. And now 2 sets, following those 3 sets, 2 sets, our 2 to 3 rep max, we're going to try to increase it and do 3 to 5 reps. All right, 3 to 5 reps. And this, the weight change is going to happen. I apologize for switching all the time. The weight change is going to happen with this as well. But instead of 5 pounds, you might do 2.5. Something so minuscule, or just 2 pounds. Like, it's just, or even 5 pounds as well, right? It's just a light weight increase that you're going to do along with the 5 pound increase for your 3 sets of 6 to 8, you're going to want to do this for your 2 sets of your 2 to 3 rep max. You want to hit for 3 to 5 repetitions. But you want to do is you want to pause at the bottom for at least 3 seconds. There'll be a description somewhere. You're going to pause at the bottom for at least 3 seconds. I definitely don't do that here because I just wanted to get the weight off of me as soon as I can. See, I didn't hold it for 3 seconds, but you definitely want to hold it for 3 seconds and just try to hit that 3 to 5 range. I don't think I did 5. I think I did 3. I'm not too sure. Let's see. 3. Okay, I only did 3. So now here I'm setting up for a hip thrust. Now I'm doing this on the floor. I can't really do it on the bench that I have at home because of the pillar and I guess the preacher bench setup gets in the way of the barbell. So I'm doing it on the floor. I'm using a sweatshirt to set up to put on my thighs for comfort. So what you want to do here is you also want to increase your hip thrust numbers as well. So you're about 6 to 8 rep max on your hip thrust. You want to do for 10 to 12. It's that'll work your glutes. It's definitely gonna help you, with your deadlifts and of course assist you with your max squat in order to increase your squat. So that's what I do here as I'm setting up. I'm gonna switch around. So I'm gonna skip a little bit. We're gonna go back. And just doing hip thrust. I like doing my heels elevated just so I can squeeze my glutes more when I'm doing it on the floor as opposed to on the bench where you can get a deeper stretch. That's what I prefer doing, but at home I don't have that option. So try to hit 10 to 12 reps for 4 sets. So we do 5 sets, then 4 sets. Now take it off. Now we're going to do a superset. So I'm doing a barbell lunge, 12 to 15 rep max. I'm doing a reverse. You can do a forward lunge if you want, but it just feels safer on my knees to do a reverse. And we're going to be supersetting this with a single hip thrust. Now with leg training, you really do want to incorporate single leg training in order, because one side is going to compensate over the other. This happens not only with leg training, but in all facets of training, whether it's your back, your arms, literally every muscle group. You want to hit each side evenly for proportions and just functionality as well. You don't want to depend on one side over the other. So here, doing our 1 set and then single hip thrusts. Again, you could do this on a bench as well. It's just wasn't that comfortable for me. I didn't have a dumbbell, so what I just used a plate, like a regular plate. You can do either or, and of course, 12 to 15 each leg. So I'll have the rest times there because I forgot to mention it. I do apologize. Trying to get through the videos as soon as I can. I'm not sure how long I'm going for. So now we're gonna do a side squat or lateral squat, and then we're gonna do a drop step squat. I like doing these. I saw these on, I'll be frank, with the Athlete Next 3D lunge, but instead of doing the forward lunge, which we're already doing with the reverse, we're just doing a side step lunge, lateral lunge, and then a drop step. Now, quite frankly, what you can do, I'll actually show an alternative at the end of the video. You could just do a 3D lunge. You can take the barbell out, do a 3D lunge, and then do the single hip thrust on its own. It's personally up to preference. I'll have, 2 pictures showing what you can and can't do. Not can't, but what you can do as an option. So here, going through the motions with side step lunging, we're going to do 3 sets. Again, 12 to 15 repetitions for volume. Focusing, the first portion of the 2 compound movements at the beginning were heavy. The rest we're going to try to do with volume. And all this is really going to help you with, excuse me as I drink of water, with developing your legs. And, it had definitely helped me. So I'll speak on, again, I'm trying to speak on my behalf. I'm speaking as to you. No, for me, it helps me develop my legs and get a stronger squat in the process. So that's what I did here. We're going to skip through because the next exercise is a glute pull through. Now this was actually filmed, let's go back here, I'm just about finished. This is actually filmed a different time of the day. I'm using bands because I'm at home right now, and I just attached through the circles where the handles are, and I put the rag through, and I use that as, you know, like the rope. I forgot to do these, so these were filmed, I think, like after my workout. So we're gonna do 3 sets of 15 reps, and you're going back through the hips, getting a slight squat, and then you're pushing through in the hips. You're gonna get a great contraction through the glutes, squeeze at the top position, a little bit of the quads, of course the hamstrings, because we are bending at the hips. We're gonna get some hamstring engagement there. No duh. Then next up, after I do my 15, I don't know why I looked at the camera there, that was awkward. So now we're gonna do adductor squats, an adductor lunge. So I'm holding some plates here. You could do it with a dumbbell. I just didn't have a dumbbell at the time because at that point, this was my last program I did for myself before I went to signed up for the gym. I mean, I'm not at the gym right now. I'm working out at home with, you know, barbell stuff and body weight. But that's besides the point. Here we're doing adductor lunge. It's going to work on the adductors of our legs, and this is going to help us get out of the bottom position of the squat. So in order to really strengthen your squat, you got to work on the complementary muscles as well, and not just, you know, quads, hamstrings, glutes. Got to work, you know, the adductors and abductors. So that's what we're doing here. We're doing a lunge, and we're really trying to squeeze with the right leg. So getting quad engagement in the opposite leg, and we're extending the opposite leg on a slick surface. You could do this with those shoes if you want. Again, I did see this on an Athletics video, and it definitely helped me strengthen my legs to doing this. So this is why I'm incorporating it here. And you're trying to get, you know, squeeze the inner thigh in. It's not just, you know, sliding it out. Really getting that nice contraction in the inner thigh. So we're going to skip ahead here. So you want to do 2 sets of 12. Now, since we're working one leg at a time, you shouldn't really rest. That's just my personal opinion. You're wasting time. One leg is already resting while the other one's doing the work. So don't rest. If you need to rest at least 30 seconds. But ideally, you don't want to rest. And that goes the same for the single hip thrust, depending on, you know, which one you do, A or B, which again, I'll show at the end of the video. But if you're only working one muscle at a time, so let's say you're doing a Bulgarian split squat, right? Working one leg at a time. One leg's already resting while the other one's doing the work. So doing something like that, I prefer not to rest. That's just my personal opinion. I don't want to waste time, and I just want to get right to it and finish the workout. So we're going to skip ahead here. So we're going to do some Jane Fonda. Oh, yeah. Working the hips, the glutes, of course. You want to hit, I can't read my own hand right now. I think it's 2 sets of 25 to 30 repetitions. It's going to be difficult, especially for the people that don't really work their hips that much, but this is going to assisted me, and hopefully it'll assist you, of course, increasing your max squat, because this is, of course, the complementary muscles, and this is a corrective exercise as well. You know, if you watch Athlete X like I do, it's important to incorporate a corrective exercise in all of your workouts, and this is a corrective, doing a lateral leg raise or Jane Fonda. Oh yeah. So 2 sets, 25 to 30 repetitions, and if you want to increase throughout the weeks, you definitely can, but that's what you want to start out with. If you can only do 25 to 30 throughout the 8 to 10 weeks, then that's fine. Do only 25 to 30. Let that be a benchmark and increase it there. Now I'm doing, I do like 50, but needless to say, my glutes get freaking sore. So here, since we are working one leg at a time, like I mentioned earlier with the adductor squat, don't rest in between. Do not rest in between. All right, and then there's going to be a shot on the upper side. Oh, yeah. And then last, but certainly not least, we have, of course, calves. You don't want to forget your calves. Come on, everybody. We're going to do 5 sets of 20, resting a minute. I'll have the rest times in the video. It's going to be somewhere. And that really brings the end of today's video. That was day 1 with a quad and glute focused. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this video in the beginning of the video, but if we get this video to at least 30 views, I will upload day 2 of the leg program that helped me increase my max squat by 40 pounds. I understand, 8 to 10 weeks, that's a while, but it's not a race. It's not a sprint. Or it is a race. It's not a sprint though. It's a marathon. So let me know what you guys think. Did it help you? Do you want to wait for it to see part 2 in order to really judge it? Or do you just want to do this leg workout on its own? It's definitely killer. And of course, if you want to incorporate an ab workout at the end, you definitely do so. And I mean, that's basically it for this video. Again, if you do want to see a part 2, let's try to get this video to at least 30 views. And with that being said, I'll see you in the comment section below and in the next video. Peace.